As we are recording this video, the match between Atletico Madrid and PSG has been now around more than 12 hours something. And for those who didn't tune up for the Club World Cup opening match for Atletico, and of course probably the one of the first of one of the big matches which we're gonna see in Club World Cup in the new format, which took off and now has been over. Atletico got thrashed by PSG in the match 4-0, and here we are talking about this match. Yeah, after the match ended, in the press conference, you know what Diego Simeone said? When Luis Enrique, when he's referring with Luis, needed a left winger, the PSG spent 70 million in January to sign someone. Okay, that is something he said in his own side, and a lot of people have taken this as kind of a take off, kind of an excuse by Simeone. But those who follow Atletico, who know the background and everything, knows the fact that Simeone said this thing to take a dig on the Atletico board, who, with all the news articles and rumors and everything, gave us all the hopes and everything that we are going to get ready for the Club World Cup and everything, and we're looking up for some, new recruits and everything, some new resources for the team. But here we are with the same team from the previous season, with just two of the contracts being permanently signed of Clement Longley and Juan Musso. Not saying that it's their fault or anything, but it's the players and this kind of performance. If there was any hope for any of the Atletico fan out there who was thinking that maybe we're gonna pull off something in this championship, in this Club World Cup, I think it's now gone as well, because now there's no formality or anything left. We got thrashed 4-0 against PSG. This is after all the crashing which the team's performance got in the past 2 or 3 months. This is just a final nail in the coffin. This humiliation which we had, which all those supposed ambitions which we had after in the previous season, spending 200 million to get 4 players. I think it's just something which, as an Atletico fan, the more you think about it, the more it just hurts you from inside. Okay, talking about the match, it was a clear-cut PSG domination, just like the previous match in the Atletico played at PSG's home in Champions League. The only difference being PSG at this point of time was definitely at the top of the world, being the champions of Europe, whereas Atletico, I don't want to talk more about the past 3 months, as I said before. And the match, it was pretty much, as I said, dominating performance by PSG. And this time, they weren't, they weren't missing much of the chances. They were clinical, and the players were taking the chances and doing the best of what they have. There were some errors from a lot of our players, some surprising, dependable players. Case in case, Yano Black, Clement Longley got a red card. His hate is gonna increase more, and the whole team in general was just embarrassing to say the least. The way they were playing, they look exhausted. Every single player out there look exhausted, except I would say Pablo Barrios, because he was the one who was doing that ball playing role in the midfield, trying to keep the position and everything. Other than him, every other player, Alvarez was running here and there, doing what he can, just running like an athlete. That's all. And every other player was just okay, And these players, they definitely do deserve the criticism, as I said. But the bigger point, the bigger shark, we have to go to that, which is the board. Our beloved president, the greatest president of Atletico Madrid, Enrique Cerezo. He was sitting, in the stands watching this match. His face, I don't know what he's gonna see while seeing this match. You know what? He would be fine. It wouldn't have, it wouldn't matter much to him, because he know that by hook or crook, Simeone is gonna get this team till the playoffs, and they're gonna say stuff, Then you've got more excuses. There are more matches. The squad is not that much, big and all. Even though we were one of the most useful teams in terms of squad rotation and all. But yeah, here we are again talking about these things. I don't know, man, what you say, man. This, I've been trying to comprehend and make some things about this. This video is not about the performance, as I said. It's more about us being disappointed by the board, which they have been consistently doing with us from the past decade, barring the previous season window. But you know what? Neutrals might say that in previous season we got 200 million spent, so we should be doing better and all. They don't understand the point that while getting 4 new players and 5 including Longley, we also had 5 to 6 more departures as well. So we weren't adding anything to our squad. We did improve that positions. Okay, Robin Lenormand as a centre back, he's been amazing for us. He's been a really dependable centre back for Spain and Atletico. And not all the deals of centre back are going to be the same way, with where you're gonna get a decent centre back like Robert Lenormand at a pretty decent fees. Okay, if he was playing for a club like in a Premier League club where you don't have good relations like you had with Real Sociedad, you would be getting him for at least around 55 to 60 million. That's the kind of a worth with Lenormand in this inflated as hell market of transfers have. Okay, like in the previous season, we wanted David Hanko. He was their ideal. It's this season also. There were some few reports and everything that we were still going for them, but those reports revealed our hypocrisy. This board's mentality. Initially, like previous season, it was shown as if we were giving around 25 million something, including add-ons. But Feyenoord got really angry with us. They wanted at least 30 million plus add-ons, and they didn't wanted to talk to us because the deal which they gave us was which we gave them to was not even financially serious to them, and that was the case. We were giving them 15 million with around 3 to 4 million add-ons. What the hell is this deal for a player who is rated around for 30 million by the club? I mean, come on, man. I don't know what's gonna happen like this. I'm being quite pessimistic right now with this Club World Cup because now I want this to get over as soon as possible. We've got a match against Botafogo. A lot of people have Atletico Madrid as the second team, who's gonna go to the round of 16. But you know what? Botafogo is the Copa Libertadores champions. Okay, they're the champions of South America. They won't be an easy opponent for us, and if they somehow pull off a draw, it's over. We're 4-0 down now. We have -4 GD. It's over, man. What are you gonna do then? It's just an humiliation for a team like Atletico. And this board, they have done some good stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna say that they haven't. But from the past 5 to 6 years, what they have done in terms of signings and everything, when it's been since 2019, we've been wanting a new uphill, a new revamp in our squad. We have been getting players. We have not been getting players here and there, but it's not working, man. The scouts has been up to mark, and I don't know what they're doing. Whenever they go to right player, just because we got one signing, one bullseye signing in the name of Julian Alvarez, and also good signing as Robin Lenormand also doing good, and Sorloth, even though he's hot and cold, but he's still there. He's been now become. If he continues what he did previous season, he'll definitely become a cult hero in Atletico without a doubt, just like Angel Correa. Even though I have a lot to say about Angel Correa, but I don't want to currently. There are a lot of some harsh opinions I have currently, but I don't want to go there because, as I said, it's more about the board we are talking about. Because of this, because as I said, all those good signings and everything, because of previous season of a good transfer window, we won't be forgetting all the flops we had. You talk about João Felix, you talk about Thomas Lemar, you talk about the signing of, Matthias Cunha not working. See, even though Matthias Cunha, I believe, is more on Simeone. See, if we are talking about some of the shortcomings of Simeone in this system, first of all, he doesn't have all the resources he wants. Okay, the kind of football he wants to play. Okay, in the left position is one of the weakest we have, and then now we are going with the Andy Robertson guy. Andy Robertson is definitely not his peak, but if out of 100, if Javi Galan is 70, Andy Robertson currently is 77, 78. That's the max he'll give. Okay, he's a good rotational option. If we get him, and if we offload Javi Galan, and if we get another decent player, say, who's in the same profile of Theo Hernandez, not Theo Hernandez exactly, because I'm against his signing, but in the same kind of profile, then it'll be a pretty amazing replacement we have got. Because given the fact that Aspilicueta is also leaving and everything. But I don't know what this Atletico board's gonna do. The way they're acting and everything, they don't want to splash money. They don't want to do every of these things. They know the fact that Simeone is there. They're gonna pay him as much as they can. He's there. He's gonna give us maintain our team to be consistently competent and be there in the big leagues. But that final push, that final punch at the ceiling is something which the best of the best, the greatest of all managers would even need from their club, from their board, from their owners. But that is exactly what Simeone has been trying, but he's not able to get. Okay, he has his own fair shares of criticism. He should be playing, for example, he should be playing more of Gallagher. I thought the way Gallagher played in the second half, he should have been there in the first half. We should have been playing a ghost in the name of Rodrigo de Paul in the midfield, given the fact how he was playing. It would have been way better to play a much more, physical player, even though he's not as creatively apt as Rodrigo de Paul, but definitely he stays up on the ground and he does the dirty work much better. than what Rodrigo de Paul does with Atletico, because he's more focused always in playing for Argentina. And this has been a quite a rant video from my side, and that is all for this video, man. I have said, see, the main reason why I'm making this video this way is because I want to tell people, I want to tell them the perspective of how Atletico Madrid support think. Okay, the reason this result is like this is reflective of the kind of expectations and the kind of like signings and everything, the transfer work which the board does. Okay, that is it for this video.